Hi friends, hi friends. Happy Thursday. Let me know where you are watching from in the comments if you would like. Hello Beth, hello everyone. Good evening. Hi Mom. Hello everybody. Hello Angela. It is so wonderful to see you. Hi Debbie. Hi everyone. Hello Megan. It is officially 2020 and this is my very first Periscope broadcast of the new year. It's also my fourth Periscope anniversary here using this platform. My very first Periscope broadcast was on New Year's Eve 2015, and we are here. Hello, Sarah. I'm so glad to see you. Hi, Pebby. Hello. And if you are new around here, this is your virtual welcome wagon from me. I cannot believe how fast time has flown by together with you here in the interwebs. And my name is Hillary LeMay, and I want to personally welcome you to Periscope broadcast number 203 of my Throw It Out Thursday series. In case you are new to my channel, you have a lot of catching up to do. That's okay. There's an oil for that. Don't get anxious. You have lots and lots of time. It'll be there saved in perpetuity in the interwebs, so you will not have to worry at all. I am an essential oil educator. I'm a platinum global team leader and Symphony the Cells and Aroma Touch certified practitioner with doTERRA International. Hello, Helen. Good evening. And I love carving out time in this cozy little nook of the interwebs so that we can talk together about becoming a label reading gangster. And how do we do that? We do that with intention. One issue, one day, one oil, one drop at a time. And every January, it's easy. It's very, very easy to get caught up in the commercialism anxiety of feeling like society expects you to be a different person. Like, what's wrong with the person I am? Why do I need to have a new year and be a new me? What else does society want me to be? You know, this is me, and what's wrong with that? And so a lot of times there can be this anxious feeling going into the new year where you feel like, well, what am I supposed to be and what am I supposed to do? And so this is a really great way, what we're going to talk about tonight. It's a really great way to give you direction and really anchor you in. And so I like to focus on habits because I think the habit architecture, which is creating habits and then sustaining them, is a really great place to start because that's where everything starts from. And if we have bad habits, then starting to establish new habits and even identifying where those bad habits are helps us move over to a new leaf. And hi, Julie. I'm so glad to see you tonight as well. And so I love to challenge my oil squad with different wellness challenges every single month. And so January 1st, we began a new year, Best You 30-day cleanse and restore protocol. And that will be, it's a 30-day program, but it'll go actually 45 days because I want to hold space for people that maybe get started after this broadcast. If it inspires you and you want to get started, or people that join us afterward, they will have a floating opportunity to begin whenever it makes sense for them. Julie, it's great to see you. Yes, the holiday break was wonderful though. And so this gives everyone an opportunity to learn about every single element to the cleanse. Tonight, we're going to go deeper and we're going to cover every single item and why we're using it and how we're going to use it. So the things that we do every day are the things that define us, not what we do once in a while, right? So this is where we cultivate and where we curate new, healthy daily habits. And those are sustainable habits that we want to establish and keep those going. So things like sharing a sweaty selfie or meal prepping or other things that I've challenged my team to do while they do the cleanse, it's going to really help them tap into the purpose of what they're doing. So you could take vitamins all day long, but if you don't understand what they're doing for you and how you're going to feel and being aware of the mind-body connection and how your body's actually feeling and how to tune into that and how to identify that, then it's not really going to do anything to serve you. So it's one of my favorite things talking about habits because habits are sometimes really hard to begin new ones, but once we're in the groove, it's like it feels so good and the momentum is awesome. Just like we fill our diffuser every day, just like we brush our teeth and we take a shower, just like we put lemon essential oil in our water. These are habits that we established many, many years ago, and we keep those going because they serve us and we know exactly what they do. So that's what tonight is all about. Hello, Heather. Thank you for joining us. And so that's what we're going to dig into tonight, and it's going to be a power hour, so buckle up. We're going to talk fast. If you miss anything, you can always go back and catch anything on the replay. And my channel here is all about showing you how you can use oils to have fun, and they are easy and simple, and there are oils for every budget. And this allows us to integrate oils into the landscape of our daily routine. And for times when we want to get really serious about our daily habits, we can do that, like I said, with one issue, one oil, one drop at a time. And that's what we're going to do. So you can tap the three dots at the bottom right of your screen to share this across your media and just spread this message of healthy habits and healthy 2020, right? Because this is an opportunity. And yes, it's a new page on the calendar, but it doesn't mean that we have to be somebody else. We just want to be the best version of ourselves. So kind of like clear off that glass window, and maybe there's some dirt or fog on it, and then just see yourself in the best way possible. So you can also give me a little heart, and that will let me know that you're enjoying this time in our virtual classroom together. And you can do that by tapping the bottom right corner as well. And I hope that you're enjoying this time that I am spending with you. And if you have any questions or comments, you can share them down below. I started this channel 4 years ago to empower my global oil tribe of customers so that they could just tap into the passion and the purpose that I have for helping them maximize their oils, because I couldn't be in a workshop room with my oilers in Australia or Alaska or Florida or California, but we can share this virtual space, and it's a really great opportunity to connect with you. And I love to add as much value as I can together during our time. So like I said, I'm going to talk fast. If you miss anything, you can always catch up. And you can head to YouTube, keyword search my name. You can subscribe so you don't miss anything. And then you can head to the recents here in Periscope itself to see the last 100 Periscopes. So I would love for you to join the dialogue with me. Again, if you have a question, you can comment it down below. And if I'm not able to answer it during my broadcast, I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And I started sharing doTERRA in 2014 and running my global oil team. And I love holding space still, year after year, day after day, for you in the cloud. And so if you need to reach out to me or ask a question, the best place is either Instagram, Facebook, or my website, Hilary LeMay. That's where it's just a great central opportunity, a central location. If you're not on social media, you can always reach me there directly on my website. And so tonight we are digging into the Cleanse and Restore, the 30-day protocol that is really intended to uncover the best version of you. You don't need to feel like you have to stop everything you're doing and be a different person. That's not at all the message of this. It's just to try to feel your best and uncover some really great habits that make you feel really great every day. And the things that we do, like I said, every day are like maintenance cleaning for our body, right? So we're taking our vitamins every day. Those are things that we do on a regular basis. But we don't declutter the basement and clean out our closets or dust the ceiling fans. We might put away the breakfast dishes. You know, we might sweep the crumbs from underneath the breakfast table and things like that. Putting away our laundry, you know, on a regular basis. But so we need to do all the things, but we don't need to do everything every day. Sometimes there are certain tasks that we do once in a while, and then there's other tasks that we do every single day. And so we can sometimes get on autopilot with the things that we're doing and maybe forget why we're doing them and stop being mindful about maybe our eating, our portions, our our sleeping habits, all these kinds of things. And so hopefully you're starting to see a connection here, because when we clean our breakfast dishes, we might not be making the best choices with what's on those dishes that we're serving ourselves and our family on those plates. And if you hopefully progress through tonight's broadcast and you have any questions about any of the protocols, reach out and let me know. But this dialogue is all about these supplements and the power of them when used synergistically and in a particular protocol throughout the day for 30 days. So I have 5 years of experience using these products. The first 5 to 6 months that I was in doTERRA, I was loving the oils, and I just had to have every single oil. And I earned so many free points that after 6 months, I realized, wow, I want to like dig into the supplements a little bit. And so I cashed in my points and I got all the supplements and I started taking them. And I've been in doTERRA for 5.5 years. So for the last 5 years, I've been taking these supplements every day with intention. And I love the way I feel, which is why I see the value in them, which is why I love to share the value of them with you. So taking time to listen to your body and connecting with the mind-body awareness, getting more mindful with your water intake and resting and portion size and reducing your toxic load, supporting our body systems, all of these are a great way to reset. And so effective lifestyle habits and being informed proactively can make a huge impact on how we feel and our overall well-being. So nutrition, exercise, rest, managing your stress, and all those are pretty self-explanatory. But most people aren't really sure exactly how to reduce their toxic load. And this is something we talk about during their welcome meeting, where we go over their wellness pipelines and chat about 2 or 3 of their goals that they want to work on in the next 2 to 3 months, really. And that's where the habit architecture begins. So as a leader, this is something that I do to help serve them. So if you're in another oil tribe, you can ask whoever brought you to doTERRA to do a welcome meeting for you, maybe a little 30-day check-in, a wellness consult, and have them ask them to help you craft some goals, because it's really important that you feel comfortable with the oils that you have and what to do with them. So properly dialing in and really the function of our vital organs can influence our health in so many ways. When we're really dialed into our nutrition, when we're really dialed into our water intake, we're really dialed into making sure that we are supporting our liver and our kidneys and our colon, our filter organs, because they're doing so much of the work for us. And so the cleanse and restore system helps you do all of that. So before we dig into the protocols and the items in each of them, how do we define a toxin? Because a lot of us hear the word toxins all the time. So we really want to start at the start and have a baseline for understanding when we're saying the purpose of this is to eliminate and reduce the toxic load of our body and our organ systems so that we can feel more energy, feel more mental clarity, and feel better. What does that actually mean? Because I'm kind of like, well, okay, you've heard toxin 1,000 times. Do you actually know what that means if you're not in this doTERRA world with us, where as leaders, we're reading journal articles and we're constantly staying on top of all these different new oils that are coming out and how to support our bodies and how to use them in cleaning supplies and all these things. But for people that may be a more casual oil user, they may not know what that actually means. So we define a toxin as a substance that causes excess stress on the body. So think of things like cleaning supplies, laundry soap, hand soap, but also things like processed foods that the way you feel after you eat a really great fresh green salad. And the way you feel when you eat something really, really not good for you, greasy, heavy, too large portions, maybe something with overly sauced or maybe too much sodium. You know how you feel. You can compare that. That's the mind body awareness of how you feel when you eat different foods and make different choices. You want to take that on a larger scale. And so the toxic load also refers to the volume of the substances that are accumulating in our body that overall burdens all of our vital organs. And for kids too, this is a really big factor for kids as well. They have their own protocol, and we're going to talk about that as well tonight too, briefly. And so just like you take the car to get an oil change and your spark plugs redone, the tires rotated and all of that, you want to do this as well. So you can do this protocol twice a year. I would recommend every 6 months. So you can do it like now in January, which is what I facilitate for my team every year. And then you can do it again in the spring, maybe May or June. And that's just a great rotation to get in that habit. So if this is something that you feel that resonates with you, it could be something that you want to do on an annual basis twice a year. So we're going to break it all down step by step. And I don't want any of what you might have heard before about cleanses or whatever. I don't want that to intimidate you. We're not only drinking a liquid juice diet or anything like that. There's no diet pills and there are no starvation mechanisms. This is just a way to really dial in your nutrition and your supplementation into what you're already doing. So you need to be exercising daily. You need to be eating balanced meals. You need to be mindful of your calorie intake and portion size. And I'm not trying to preach like you need to do this, you need to do that, but truthfully, if you want to see change, nothing changes if nothing changes. So you can take all the supplements in the world, but if you are living that sloth life and you're not moving your body, you're not burning the calories that you're taking in. So that's going to really affect your ability to allow your body to really feel that difference. But you want to be mindful of your calorie intake and portion size, making choices to consume as many fresh, colorful, rainbow colored plants and fruits, things that don't come in a plastic bag unless it's like an organic salad that you're getting pre-mixed or whatever. But as many plants, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, things like that as you can. And also, speaking of using your resources and just how we want to use this video as a resource, you can refer back to this and you can fast forward through all the chit chatter and the introductions and of course things like that later on if you want to do this, if you're not ready to do that now. But when we talk about resources and things like that, one of my favorite resources to use during the cleanse and really anytime is called Noom. It's a free app, Noom, Noom, like the word room, but with an N. And it is free. You easily enter your information, and it calculates for you based on what parameters you want. Hi, Holly. You can put in whatever parameters you want. Like if you're looking to lose 5 or 10 pounds or more weight, you can control whatever the information is in there, and it will give you an option to track all your meals, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner snacks, and it even has restaurant foods in there. Like if you go to Subway or something, it'll calculate how much of the caloric intake it uses. So yeah, it's a really, really great app. It's free. Now there is a paid portion that you can pay to have like a nutrition coach, but just use the free tracking app. It's great. I really love it because it really helps you tap into portion size. You might not realize that when you go to a restaurant, the portion sizes are so much larger than what you would make at home or what's actually on the package. So if you are looking at calorie counting, which I highly recommend you do that for even just 30 days, just even if you don't want to lose weight, or even if you have 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 150 pounds to lose, whatever your goals are, what's really great is that it helps make that mind-body connection between what's on your plate, what you're seeing, and actually knowing in your mind how many calories that is. So you can make choices. And, if you want a snack, let's say it's a little bit later at night and you have, 100, 150 calories that you want to consume. You don't want to really consume much more than that. You could do something like a cottage cheese and pineapple that's got great enzymes to help support your body and your digestion. And the cottage cheese is pretty low calorie with high protein content. So that's going to kind of keep you full. So this is the idea that while you're going through the cleanse, it's a great opportunity to start establishing this routine of perhaps tracking your food, to keep a journal, and you don't have to share it with anyone. No one is asked in the cleanse to share their calories, to share any weight or anything like that. You're not weighing in or anything. This is just completely to help support your goals. That I think the Noom app is one of my favorites. So I think Pebby mentioned, or maybe Holly mentioned MyFitnessPal. I don't know which one that is, but there are tons and tons of apps out there that can track your foods and your calories and everything. I really like the way Noom does it though. And so if you are open to it, just try it out for like a week. It's really fun. So it just will help you become more mindful of the foods you're eating, the calories you're taking in, and help you cut back your serving size and track your exercise. And it's awesome. It's really great. So let me know in the comments if you've ever done the doTERRA cleanse, if you're doing it with us, if you're planning to do it in the future. Anything else you want to share maybe about you doing the cleanse now and how you're feeling so far? We are on day 9 of our team. And again, as I said, anyone on the team can choose the 30 days that they want to do. So it's like a floating 30 days. So we've allotted 45 days until February 15th. So it's great because it gives people lots of flexibility that maybe on the first they weren't ready, or maybe they were traveling or whatever it might be. So it's really going to be a game changer for you. I think you're going to really enjoy it. So there are 3 phases of the cleanse. Day 1 to 10 is the activate portion. Days 11 through 20 is the reset phase. And then days 21 through 30 are the renew phase. So Megan's saying she's enjoying it and she's really staying 100% on track this time. She's loving both Zendocrines. Beth says this is her 3rd or 4th time and she's doing it with the team this month. Yes, I love it, ladies. You guys are really slaying it. I'm so proud of you. And it takes commitment and it takes intention. And when you do that, you see the growth. That's when you see the growth happening. So there are elimination pathways that we are targeting, and we're going to dive into each of the items in each of the pathways. So the first pathway is the foundational pathway. This is the lifelong vitality trio. And this you've seen many times. This is the absolute foundation. This is the essential nutrients and the powerful antioxidants that are going to help promote your energy, your health, and your vitality. And this comes in travel packs now, which is awesome. And I love this. I recommend new oilers do this for about 1 or 2 months when they get started, because if you have not been in a committed relationship with your supplements and you tend to forget, this is really helpful for you to be able to just remember, because you can pop some in your purse, take some to work with you if you work outside the home. But having them with you makes it a lot easier to stay on track after the cleanse is done and you're just back to taking your LLV, which is what we call lifelong vitality, LLV for short. You're going to really love this. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about getting started, when you purchase, you can have the option to purchase them in what's called the sachets, in these little plastic travel bundles, and it's made of recycled material, which is really nice. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack has 3. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about a clinical research study that was done, because this is actually the most reordered product every single month in doTERRA, and there's 8.6 million doTERRA customers. A few days ago, we had a new oiler enroll with me, and her member number was like 8,686,000, whatever. So there are 8.6 million doTERRA users, and this is the most reordered product every single month, more than lavender, more than On Guard. It's really incredible. And so this is truly the fertile soil that we plant our seeds of health into. So you can have the most beautiful rose bush, but if you plant it in clay in a dark cave, it is not going to bloom. And so doTERRA scientists recently published a clinical trial on the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and this information is on the doTERRA Science blog for you to take a look at. But in the trial, there were 16 participants that were recruited to take the LLV for 2 months and just have normal diet and exercise habits. And they were, a blood sample was taken from them before and after. And there were the following markers showed statistically significant improvement after supplementation. So their blood lipids, their fasting insulin, their cardiovascular biomarkers, their antioxidant status, their inflammation levels, and their blood glucose regulation. All of these outcomes in the survey period were improved after 2 months. And the subjects reported better mental clarity, more energy, more motivation, more control, more balance in their life, and they felt happier. That is huge because everybody wants to feel happier because life sometimes is hard, right? Our work may be stressing us out. Our family may be stressing us out. Maybe our kids aren't listening to us. I can relate to that sometimes, and so sometimes it's really just important to realize like you just want to be happy. And sometimes that may be hard if you're feeling the burdens of all these stressors in your life. And if you have something that can help you from the inside out, support the balance that you feel, I am all in for that. So you can find more information on that on the doTERRA Science blog. But like I said, they come in individual bottles or the sachets. And I highly recommend getting started with the sachets because it's just a great way to kind of make sure that you're staying on track. And so there are 3 supplements that make up the LLV, the Lifelong Vitality Trio. And the first one is the Microplex VMZ, and that stands for vitamins and minerals. And it's your multi that will address all of your nutritional gaps because most of us simply just cannot or do not want to eat all day long. Like it's impossible. We're working, we're taking the kids places, we're doing the things, and it's just not possible to be eating all day long to be able to get enough nutrients to support our bodies the way that they were intended. And our soil is depleted as well. So even if we were possibly able to fit in all the fruits and vegetables, you still would be at a deficit for what your body needs because the nutrient density of the plants, of the fruits and vegetables, is not giving you the same nutritional value as it did when our parents were kids and when their parents were kids either. So that is the multi. And then the next one is the Xe Omega, and this comes in a vegan plant version. So if you are vegan and you do not consume fish, then there's an algae oil blend that is vegan. And this is the fish oil that supports all of our crucial bodily processes like our brain and our immune function. And then Alpha CRS is the third one. And this is our energy and our cellular support. So these are the 3 that make up the Lifelong Vitality Trio. Again, I mean, the list is 1,000 long of all these amazing ingredients that, pineapple and green tea and pomegranate and milk thistle and turmeric and grapeseed and all the vitamins A to Z. I mean, zinc, magnesium, everything you need. And here we've got so many incredible things: clove, frankincense, thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, chamomile. I mean, everything. It is awesome. These are jam-packed. If you want more information, let me know. I can plug you into that as well. So really, like I was saying, the soil of our foods, the soil that our foods were grown in is just so depleted that it really means that the nutrient density of what we're eating is just not the same. So it's not like if you eat this sweet potato, and we learned this at the Healing Hands project that Olivia and I volunteered with back in October, that if you do a nutritional profile, chemical, whatever profile on a organic sweet potato that's grown with intention and with nutrient density and all of that on their farm, compare it to a run-of-the-mill sweet potato that you would buy at the grocery store, the nutrient density is so different. And that's really scary because we think, oh, wow, okay, we're buying organic produce. That's great, but you're not getting the same nutrients that you need. So this is why people that are like, oh, I eat really healthy, I don't need supplements. Well, that's not the case. But, if you eat healthy, you might need a few less supplements, but it's always really good to make sure that you are giving your body everything that it needs. And even if you're giving it a little bit more, hey, you know what? Your body will naturally filter that out and take what it needs and eliminate the rest. And we're going to talk a lot about that tonight. So it's really laying the foundation, especially during the cleanse. And then you take the Lifelong Vitality every day during the cleanse. And then thereafter, some of the other peripheral items are only used on certain days in certain portions of the cleanse. So the analogy that I like to use for the Lifelong Vitality trio is like the thick, rich soil, the thick, rich, healthy compost that creates the most desirable environment inside your body for everything to bloom really nicely and lush in that garden. Okay. So then the second elimination pathway is our gastrointestinal pathway. So this is where we're going to talk about Terrazyme. And if you've been following me for a while, you know this is one of my favorite supplements, and I call this gut glitter because it is magical for our filter organs, and it's so important, and that's why it's a daily part of the 30-day cleanse the entire way through. So just like the Lifelong Vitality, this is part of the program every single day. I have an entire broadcast on the supplement. Many of you were there watching, so you know, but the gut glitter is awesome, and it definitely deserves a bookmark next time you need something to watch that's educational and informative, or if you have points to spend and you want to snag a bottle of some of the supplements. Terrazyme is one that I highly recommend. If you want the cleanse, you do need to snag an extra bottle of Terrazyme though, because this is something that we take all day. We take 5 times a day. So we take in the morning, take before bed, and then we take it with all 3 of our meals. So we're taking 5 Terrazyme a day, and you'll need 2 bottles of this to get you through the 30 days. And I could spend an entire day talking about this one product and showing you the oatmeal and showing you all the demos and all the amazing benefits. But in summary, these work synergistically with the Zendocrine that we're going to chat about later. And these are digestive enzymes that help the digestion of the food and the absorption of the nutrients that you're eating. So your body can absorb what it needs and eliminate what it doesn't need. And the typical American diet has lots of heavily processed foods, lots of things that come in a package, and lots of things that are maybe not the most nutrient dense for you. So the enzymes that are in here have the whole food enzymes and the cofactors that are vital to healthy digestion that your body is just depleted. Your body cannot make them when it doesn't have the stimuli to create them. And so this is going to also help with cellular energy and development. And the analogy that I like to use for this is like a hammer and chisel, just chipping away at all of the plaque and hardened toxicity inside your body, or like a drain cleaner, just pulling everything out that's left over, just like grabbing all the gook and all the nasty stuff when it needs to be out of there. So Terrazyme is really incredible, and you're going to love this. Now, the next one in the cleanse is the GX Assist. And this is a combination of oregano and melaleuca and lemon and lemongrass and peppermint and thyme essential oils and caprylic acid. And this is going to help cleanse and support the digestive system by detoxifying gently, but a little bit more than the Terrazyme. So this is going to be an immediate detoxification. And this is only used 10 days during the cleanse. Now, if you want to take this on a regular basis, you take this for 10 days and then you follow up with a probiotic, and we're going to talk about that next. But that's what you could do on a revolving basis. But for the cleanse, we're taking it for 10 days of the month, and this is really going to help with supplementing the microbial balance. And if you've had a stomach virus, if you've had if you've eaten something that didn't agree with you, this is a great one to reach for. If you are gluten-free and you've accidentally been glutened or something like that, this is another one that you just really want to have on hand. So you're only going to need 10, and there are 60 in here. You're only going to need 10 for the cleanse. So you have 5 months more, because if you do 10 days per month, you'll have 5 more days of a supply, 5 more months of a supply, or you can just take it as needed if you have a stomach bug or if something comes up later on. And the analogy that I like to use for this one is it's like the exterminator, just getting everything bad out of there, just like carpet bombing your gut and getting it gone. And then after we've gotten all the nasty stuff gone, then we make room for all the lush greens. And this is the PB Assist probiotic, and this is 6 billion CFUs of 6 different strains of probiotic microorganisms. It also has a prebiotic fiber, which is really cool, and it's double encapsulated. And I'm going to show you what all of these look like momentarily. And this is my organizer box where I keep all of my supplements because I work from home. So it makes it a lot easier for me to parcel out my vitamins each day from something like this. And then George, he has 2 smaller organizers for the morning and for the afternoon that he has in his work bag that we keep filled on a regular basis, and we can fill it up from here. But this is the PB Assist, and I've shown this before. And this is really neat because it's double encapsulated, and we talked all about this when we talked about chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is the green substance in here. And this is really incredible. The reason it's double coated in the double layer capsule is to promote a positive balance of all the microflora, to just create that optimal balance and immune function in your gut so that it reaches the parts of the gut that it needs to get to. Because many people will take a probiotic and say, oh, well, I don't feel any different. Well, it's because you're not taking the right kind of probiotic that's actually making its way to the parts of your gut that it needs to get to actually serve you, right? And so these also, like I said, contain chlorophyll, which I have an entire broadcast about. And the analogy that I like to use for the probiotic is like, this is like the landscapers who come in and make everything lush and green in your garden and make everything look beautifully manicured. This is so awesome. And I really, really love this. Oh, Mom's saying that another term for the typical American diet is standard American diet with an acronym of SAD. That is sad. It's very, very sad. That is super duper sad. And that will help you remember that. So the next one we're going to talk about is our endocrine pathways. So this is where two of my other favorites come into play. I mean, I can't really choose a favorite because I love them all, but this is where we get to talk about Zendocrine, which I love. And I am so glad that Zendocrine Complex, the powder capsule, is finally back. So we did a modified version of this cleanse last year, but because Zendocrine wasn't available, we had to double up on this one. And it's just not the same. It's okay, but it's not the same. So this is really awesome. So Zendocrine Complex, we're going to talk about this guy first. Now, Zendocrine Complex is a botanical blend. So it's a powder capsule, and I'll show you what that one looks like too, just so that you can see what they look like. Now, the vitamins, this is the alpha CRS, and this is the E omega, and then this is the microplex. So we talked about those three just already, and then we've talked about the Zendocrine Complex, and we're going to be talking about the Zendocrine capsules and the soft gels. So this is what the Zendocrine Complex looks like, okay? And this is a powder capsule, and the powder capsule supports the filter organs, so things we talk about all the time, the liver and the kidneys and the colon and the lungs and the skin, with the added enzymes to help the body rid itself and store those toxic waste, all the toxic waste, get that out of there. So the powder capsule has psyllium, and it has rhubarb, and it has kelp, and it has barberry and milk thistle, and it has garlic and red clover and burdock and dandelion and clove. So you can put up a 1 in the comments if you've had all of those today, if you've had your Zendocrine, and you can put up a number 2 if you've not had all those today, because the thing is, how many of us have time to eat the psyllium and the rhubarb and the kelp and the milk thistle and all of that in one, right? So we can do that with the Zendocrine. And guess what? I've done that twice today. And it makes me feel so good that I can do that for my body without having to have all these thousands of ingredients in my pantry fresh all the time, where I can harness it in plant form. And the cool thing is about any of the powder capsules, if you do not like to swallow pills, you have the total flexibility, like I've shown in my TerraZyme video, of sprinkling this open into your food so you don't have to be swallowing all of these pills. Many of them are powder versions. So the alpha CRS and the microplex VMZ, those two are powder. The TerraZyme is powder. The Zendocrine Complex is powder. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. There also is a probiotic powder that we'll talk about when we talk about the kids cleanse in a moment. And so the Zendocrine Complex is really incredible because it's got all those ingredients, okay? And then the Zendocrine Detoxification soft gels that look different because they're oils, not plants in the powder form. They are the, that one spilled. That one spilled. That's okay. But this is the Zendocrine soft gel, the Zendocrine Detox soft gel, and this is in an oil form. And if you don't have the Zendocrine oil, if you ever need it, you can always pierce this and make a roller out of the Zendocrine soft gel, which is really convenient. So this oil blend helps support the body's natural ability to rid itself of unwanted substances, and including all of those free radicals that cause nasty cell oxidation and disease, and heavy metals that can make us feel fatigued and lethargic. So if you feel like you've had any heavy metal detox, if you've needed to do a heavy metal detox, or if you feel like you've been overly exposed to heavy metals, the Zendocrine soft gel is one that I would highly recommend, especially if you don't like cilantro, because if you were to eat bunches of cilantro, that would really help your body eliminate free radicals and heavy metals, but you would have to eat cilantro. And if you don't like cilantro, most people really, really like it or they really hate it. So the Endocrine soft gel is really great because it has all these oils that are going to support your kidneys, your colon, your pancreas, your skin, your lungs. And the frequency that you take it in the cleanse is different. So you can take this every day, but the frequency that you take it in the cleanse is what is really more concentrated and frequent. And the gel caps have tangerine and rosemary, geranium, juniper berry, and cilantro. So again, if you want the detoxification and the heavy metal detox elements from the cilantro and from the juniper berry and from a lot of these oils that you don't want to eat them, you can consume the soft gel. And that is a really, really convenient thing to do. So I really love that one. And then the next one we're going to shift into is the cellular pathway portion of the cleanse. And that's where we talk about DDR prime. Okay, and this, again, is very familiar if you've been following me for a while. This is a blend that supports your cellular health, so all the cellular function, the cellular renewal. If you've been here for a while, you know that I did a 30-day study called 30 Days of DDR 2 summers ago, and we dug deep into this gem. There's a video on that, so you can catch up on YouTube on all of that. But DDR Prime, in summary, contains wild orange, frankincense, litsea, thyme, clove, summer savory, nioli, and lemongrass. And many of those oils you cannot purchase. They're not for individual sale. So this makes it a really great oil. Again, you can take the capsule and it's a little soft gel. You can take the soft gel and you can pierce it and make a roller out of it like we use in the kids cleanse, because the kids cleanse obviously has items that you don't have to swallow pills for. So you can make a roller bottle out of that one. And the DDR Prime just looks like a little veggie capsule, a little gel cap just like that. And the oil has been researched a lot. So it was shown in many clinical studies to promote healthy response to free radicals while supporting healthy cellular function. So if you know someone that has been through chemotherapy or someone is going through something along the same lines, because for compliance, I can't say the C word, but if you know anyone that has been dealing with that or has a genetic predisposition for that, I would highly recommend that they incorporate DDR Prime because of the sheer power of the antioxidants that are contained in here. And clove is the #1 highest antioxidant plant on the planet, and it is in this blend. I highly recommend it. I take this every single night. I love it. Now, also, there's something that I wanted to mention to you about the cleanse, that you can take other supplements along with the items in the cleanse. So like I take DDR Prime at nighttime separately than when it's needed for the cleanse. So this is just, you can choose your own adventure. And if your body needs other supplementation, you can do that. And I found that DDR Prime really helps my sleeping patterns. So I love to take this at nighttime. But it's also great for restful sleep and for focus. And so if you have a family genetic history of disease or any internal inflammation, like I talked about, this oil is really important for you. And the analogy that I like to use for this is like the Kevlar vest, protecting your cells against damage. So it's creating a strength, it's creating a protective barrier against your cells oxidizing, okay? So this is gonna help with damaged DNA repair. That's why it's called DDR Prime. So I highly recommend looking into some of the other videos I've shared about this, and you can go to my YouTube anytime, and as you see, all these things start to build on one another, and that makes it really exciting. And so then the last thing is, and it's so simple, it's lemon water, okay? And this is what we drink all day long, and I'm gonna take a sip while I can, because it's super refreshing. And lemon water naturally cleanses and aids the digestion. It acts as a drainage system for your body, so you can eat all the fibrous, nutritious foods. But if your body is dehydrated, you can't flush out and eliminate all the things that no longer are serving your body. That's why water with lemon essential oil is crucial the entire time during the cleanse, and it's part of every single day. So you should be going to the bathroom frequently and eliminating more than you usually do. So just keep that in mind. That is totally normal, and you should be totally doing that. So when you go to the bathroom, your body is eliminating all the things that no longer serve you. So you don't want to hold it when you have to go. You want to go to the bathroom when you need to go. And it's really healthy, and it's a really good sign that your body is going through the cleanse process. And you may have some headaches, you may have some indigestion, you may have some, any other kinds of things that you might be experiencing as your body detoxes, as your body and emotions release things that no longer serve you, whether it's old or bad habits or whatever that might be. So just, hold on and understand that that's part of the detoxification process if that is something that you experience. And the analogy that I like to use for this is watering your plants, that you can have the most nutrient dense soil. You can have the most beautiful seeds, but if those seeds dry out, they turn brittle and they wither away. The look and feel of your skin and your nails will become even better, improved, when you are mindful about your water intake and your hydration. And so you want to water the plants, you want to water the seeds inside your body, everything that's germinating. You want to water everything and make sure that everything is hydrated so that it can keep growing and keep moving forward. So now that we've laid the groundwork for what we're taking over the 30-day cleanse, let's discuss when we're taking them and how. So what I've done for my team, because I'm so grateful for them and I love to make things streamlined and easy to follow, is I've made a custom daily tracker that I laminated because I like to have it on both sides. So this part of the tracker is like a cheat sheet, and it kind of goes through everything that I just talked about, and it tells you when you do the different things. So this is phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. And this has details on every single product that we talked about, okay? So the Lifelong Vitality Trio, TerraZyme, Zendocrine, the GX Assist, PB Assist, DDR Prime, and the Lemon Water. But because many of these you take more than one time a day, this could be a little confusing. So if you don't want the summary, but you want the actual nitty-gritty, day in, day out, morning, noon, and night, this is what I've crafted for you. And what I've done is I've blocked out the days when certain things are not to be taken. So obviously all the squares that are open mean that's what you'll take when it says to do that. And then you'll know not to take it because those areas will be black. Okay. So I've laid the groundwork for what we're going to take, and we're going to talk about how. So this is broken down by the doses for morning before you eat anything, then for after breakfast, after lunch, after dinner, and before bed, to make it as easy as possible. And then it's even color coded so that you will know which color goes with phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, okay? And that way my team can feel confident about staying consistent. And the link for the free download to this is in my private team page. So if you're watching this and you want to get started, you will have access to this only when you join our oil tribe and you purchase your kit, or you get started with oils. You can have access to this in perpetuity. So this will be always available. It's in our team page, archived for you. So you can do this months from now. You can do this as often as you would like, only 2 times a year though. And this is really, really great. So I recommend printing it double-sided, or you can laminate it so that when you're ready to do it again, you can just use a dry erase pen to do that. And if you are on another team, you can create your own. You can see, like I said, that the days are blacked out for the specific supplements that are not taken during that phase. So this is something that I find really helpful for me, and my team is really enjoying it because it takes the guesswork out of it. You wake up and you know it's time for your TerraZyme and lemon water. And then after breakfast, you know exactly what to do, okay? So we're going to walk through that right now. So days 1 through 10, okay? Days 1 through 10, you are going to wake up and you are going to have your water with lemon, okay? And you're going to have 1 TerraZyme, okay? So you're going to have 1 TerraZyme before you eat anything on an empty stomach. And you're going to drink a cup of lemon water, and not with lemon squeeze from the fruit, okay? The fruit is different. That's very acidic from the squeeze of the fruit versus the lemon rind. The lemon essential oil is distilled from the rind. So it is alkaline. It is not acidic at all for your body. So it's just really important to know the difference. Do not drink the water with lemon squeezed. It's just going to be a very different metabolic way that it's going to be absorbed in your body. So you're going to take your TerraZyme. Then after breakfast, you're going to do your lemon water, and you're going to take your TerraZyme, and you're also going to do your Lifelong Vitality Trio, and you're going to have the Zendocrine Complex and the Zendocrine Soft Gel. Okay, so that's what's going to be after breakfast. And then after lunch, you're going to have your lemon water, another TerraZyme, and another round of your Lifelong Vitality pack. So when you, let me see here, when you're portioning things, if you're using the sachets, this is 1 serving of your LLV. So there are 2 of each. That's 1 serving. So in here for breakfast and for lunch, that's 1 serving each, because there are so many raw plants that doTERRA could not fit all of those nutrients in 1 capsule. And that's actually a really great thing, because if you go to the grocery store and you purchase supplements, they're most of the time heat pressed. They're not capsules that you can open. They're pressed. And when they heat press them, all the nutrients are gone, right? It's synthesized and your body's not gonna be able to absorb that. So then after dinner, you're gonna do your lemon water, and you're gonna have a Terrazyme and your Zendocrine capsule and your Zendocrine complex. And then before you go to bed, you're going to have your lemon water and a Terrazyme. Okay. So that's what's going to happen. All of this is going to happen throughout the day before you eat anything, after breakfast, after lunch, after dinner, and before bed. This is days 1 through 10. This is the activate phase. Okay. The next phase is days 11 through 20. And that is your reset phase. And that is where everything is the same, except you're taking out the Zendocrine soft gel and you add in 1 GX assist after dinner. Okay, so you will see on the spreadsheet that that is blocked out where it needs to be eliminated, the Zendocrine soft gel. And so that's why this is really helpful to have those blackout dates, because you can see that certain supplements are only to be taken at a certain time. So I'll show you where the GX assist is here. You see that it's only taken for 10 days. That's the GX assist right there. Okay, so the next phase is days 21 through 30, and that's the renew phase. So you're going to do everything that you did in days 11 through 20, and days 1 through 10, you're just going to eliminate the GX assist after dinner. So you're not going to take the GX assist after dinner. You're going to add in the DDR prime after breakfast and dinner, and you're going to add 3 PB assist after dinner. Okay, so you're going to also be able to see, again, you're going to be able to see this in the spreadsheet. So when you see the colors, you will see that there's a blue color for the days 1 through 10 and a green color for days 11 through 20, and then red color, oh, you can't see it, I'm off screen, red color for days 21 through 30. And so it defines all of those clearly right here for you. So you are going to take the PB assist and the DDR prime actually for days 21 and 30 with your PB assist. So that's why the DDR prime is in there. So you are going to be able to feel confident that you know exactly what to do and exactly when to take the supplements. And whether you're a member or not, you can actually save about $80 purchasing the kit all bundled together versus buying any of the items individually. So this month, actually, though, you receive $100 shop credit if you purchase whatever you want to get started with, either this kit or another kit of oils. You get $100 to spend when you place your order in February. So that's really exciting. It's a great excuse to dig in if you've been on the fence and you've been watching and you're like, okay, this sounds like I could really benefit from this. You'll also receive this vitamin organizer box from me, because I found that it's really helpful to have organizational systems that really help facilitate you finding this simple and convenient to keep consistent with. And if your bottles are everywhere, it's going to be really hard. At least for me personally, I don't like to have the bottles in the pantry. I like to have this one box where I can open everything up, put it in my little containers, and I know exactly what I need to take and when. So you're going to get this as a free gift from me when you get started this month with the cleanse kit. Or if you want to participate in the cleanse and you are new, you will get this. Now, the kids cleanse is a little different, but it has a very similar foundational concept, okay? And I have a tracker sheet for that too. So the kids cleanse is just a little different because obviously it's intended for kids that are around 4 to 6 years old and up. So anywhere between 4 and I would say probably 11 or 12 until they're able to swallow pills and they can participate with the grown-ups. I would say it's better for them to do the kids cleanse. And so I'm going to pull the items for you so that you can see what is in the kids cleanse, because it's very similar in concept, but the items are different. Okay, and so here is the kids cleanse that is like summarized here, and then on the back it's the same with all of the dates blocked out and all the colors outlined for you, so you know exactly when to take the different things and how. And if you'd like more details about any of these, be sure to work with whoever brought you to doTERRA, because they are your person. And if you have not joined doTERRA and you want a person, I would be so honored and grateful and over the moon to be your lighthouse and help you get plugged into everything that we're doing here. And there's a custom kit to get started with the kids kit on my Instagram or on my Facebook, or you can reach out to me and we'll chat about whatever you might want to do. So the kids protocol starts with a teaspoon of the IQ Mega, which is the fish oil supplement, and that's taken every day. And then they're also going to take a to Z, children's A to Z chewable, which I've shown before, and I like to keep it in a mason jar so that It's like a little masonable, and then they can get the probiotic sachet here too. And then they're going to take 1 Terrazyme per day, and that gets sprinkled onto their food. So just like we talked about the gut glitter and everything, and how simple this is to just pop open and sprinkle on your food, this makes it really accessible for the kiddos because there's nothing that they have to swallow. So they'll be chewing the A to Z chewable vitamin, and then they will be doing 1 Terrazyme that gets sprinkled on their food. And then they'll also be doing 1 of the Endocrine complex that'll get sprinkled on their food as well. And then they'll be doing a roller of Endocrine oil on their feet for days 1 through 11. So just like the Endocrine soft gel, this is another system of delivery. We can just put it in a roller bottle and they can roll this on their feet. And then there's another GI cleansing protocol where you can make a tummy roller for them for this, but it's a version of the GX Assist. It's all the oils that are in the GX Assist, but you can make a roller of that separately. So that's going to be really a great opportunity for them to have a topical version of the oils like the oregano and the thyme and the tea tree that are going to be really cleansing for the body. But because your kiddos probably are not comfortable swallowing pills, so you'll give them an opportunity to have those gut cleansing oils for days, let's see, 11 through 20. So instead of where the adults are doing the GX Assist, if your kids are doing this with you, the same days they'll be doing their gut cleansing roller. And then they'll be doing 1 of the PB Assist Junior probiotic sachets for days 21 through 30. And the DDR Prime in a roller days 21 through 30. So just like the third phase, the grown-ups are doing the PB Assist probiotic and the DDR Prime soft gels, the kids are doing the oil version and the powder probiotic sachet version. So, and then of course they're doing lemon in their water cup at school throughout the day. And then one of my little life hacks that I've shown you guys before is taking an empty bottle of wild orange and pouring your IQ Mega in there because it really makes it a little simpler if you're going to pour this into veggie caps, if you're going to pour this into, maybe some of their muffin mix or pancake or waffle mix if you make that from scratch. If they don't like the taste of it, it's got like a kind of orangey flavor. You can add it to some things, maybe their yogurt or their applesauce or oatmeal, and add that in to still get it to them if they don't want just a raw spoonful. So all the specifics though are laid out for you in the daily trackers, in the team page. I've got you covered. The kids cleanse will be done, like I said, from kids 4 to 6 and up until they can swallow pills. And then that's typically, anywhere between maybe 10, 11, maybe 12 years old. And then the adults, they can participate in the adults cleanse twice a year if they would like to. So before we end, a few housekeeping items. Hinoki, which is so awesome. It smells like a Japanese forest. This is free until Wednesday, January 15th. So if you are currently a member, you can get this free when you place your order by next Wednesday. These Slim and Sassy soft gels are something that I really love, and these are 10% off all month, and these are great to take with you as a complement to the cleanse protocol after meals to reduce cravings if you're going to a party where there's going to be a buffet style meal and that's a little bit intimidating for you. Maybe you overeat and you tend to reach for things in social settings. This is a great option to use. And as always, reach out to me if you want to get started and join us for any part of the cleanse. It's a perfect way for you to really reinvest in your health and be really intentional this time of year. The prize that I'm giving away is a 6-piece lifelong vitality set. So when you purchase this trio of vitamins, doTERRA gives you an additional option of adding on 3 supplements for a reduced cost. And so that means you can add on your PB Assist and your Terrazyme and the kids vitamins. And so the gift for the winner of the challenge is a 6-piece set of this. So the 3 lifelong vitality trio, and then they get to choose the 3 add-ons of their preference on me, because I am so grateful for my team slaying it and really prioritizing their wellness. And if you don't have a doTERRA account yet and you are ready to dig into oils, I would love to be your guide. doTERRA just recently reworked all of the welcome kits, so it's a really fun time to jump in. We have collections for every budget. The Healthy Habits Kit is actually 20% off this month, and that will give you most of the foundational items you need to do the cleanse, and you'll get the $100 shop credit. And when you get started with me, you receive an invitation to my exclusive online community where all the tracker sheets are housed. So if you love the look of this and this resonates with you and you like knowing exactly what to do and exactly when to do it and why, this is going to be great because it goes into detail. It goes into great detail about every single item and why you're taking it. So if one day throughout the cleanse you get to the GX Assist and you're like, I don't remember why I'm supposed to take that, you can read all about it right here on the back of your tracker sheet. And you can keep yourself accountable by ticking off the days, and you can see as the month progresses how incredible you feel after you've done it. So super exciting time. Every single one of my posts are private, and they're are available in the private community. Of course, they're here publicly for you, but they're also archived, easily searchable in my private community. That's where the tracker sheets are. That's where the resources are. That's where everything is. Reach out in any of the vortexes. Reach out on my website, Hillary LeMay. I would love to chat with you. I've got a few more of these extra awesome organizer boxes that I cannot wait to gift to all of our new customers that join us this month, so that you are organized and you are ready to rock. And you will have to tag me on Instagram or Facebook when you dig into the cleanse. Let me know how it's going. Let me know how you feel. Check in with me. I'd love to be your accountability partner. And Wi-Fi willing, I will be broadcasting next time live from Hawaii with Beth and Amanda and Patty, because we are going on the doTERRA incentive trip. We are going to be helping to work on the sandalwood reforestation project. I am so excited. All of us are going to get to plant our very own sandalwood tree on the doTERRA estate that is hundreds and hundreds of acreage that doTERRA bought to reforest the beautiful sandalwood farms that were overforested, and the trees were in really, really bad shape. And so we are going to have an opportunity to participate in that Healing Hands service project. So if the Wi-Fi is willing, it will be 8 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Hawaii time. And hopefully we will be in self-care mode. We will be connecting with other top doTERRA leaders and the executive team, learning and growing and being able to serve you better. But hopefully the Wi-Fi will be strong enough so that we can broadcast live from there, and we can tell you how it's going, and we can share with you what we got to do and share all those exciting things with you about our opportunity to serve in Hawaii. So hopefully, God willing, the Wi-Fi gods will be available for us, so that I will see you in 2 weeks on Thursday, January 23rd from Hawaii. So hopefully we will be able to do that. And if not, I will let you know. I'll post on Instagram and stuff, that to make sure that you all know if we're going to be broadcasting live or not. So super excited about the opportunity to serve, and super excited about the opportunity to continue the cleanse and to help make sure that you feel comfortable about taking all these supplements, so that you will feel empowered to use the things that have been maybe sitting in your cabinet and you've not known what to do with them. So I will see you soon. Thank you always for holding space for me. That is a wrap on Periscope number 203. And I will see you soon. And I hope you have a wonderful time this month with the cleanse, and you'll have to keep me posted. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.